Viewers that are going to be watching, they're going to come back and say, well, look, you've done prison time for basically scamming these women.
No, this is not true.
World exclusive. It's the so-called Tinder Swindler.
It's the #1 show on Netflix.
Swindler, Tinder Swindler case, who is accused of scamming people around the world out of millions of dollars.
According to Netflix, it's a true crime documentary film.
He said he has threats against him. He needs our cash. $20,000, $30,000,
$140,000.
Was just a single guy that wanted to meet some girls on Tinder. I am not a Tinder swindler.
He's a professional. He does this for a living.
These are serious allegations against you.
Welcome to JRCryptex show. So if you don't know me, I'm the most controversial influencer / KOL in the crypto space. And today I'm interviewing Simon, the Tinder Swindler previously. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Great to have you here.
Me. Thank you.
So we're going to be discussing all things crypto, and I want to kind of do it like in a bullet point kind of way. So we go over obviously the previous Netflix documentary, and then we go over the crypto side of things and basically what your plans are and obviously what you can talk about because it hasn't launched yet. So let's go straight into it. Let's speak about obviously the Netflix series. I saw it, millions of people saw it. And what I did see in one of the previous podcasts that you went to was a lot of it wasn't true. So I just want to kind of touch on those points. What wasn't true about the...
All of the ladies part wasn't true. I had past, let's call it like that. Yes, I did use fake passport. Yes, I did mistake when I was young. I was wanted back in my country, back in the days. They took out all of these real elements and manipulated into these sexy guys who jump in from one girl to another and swindle them with the millions, which just sexy story, but it's a story.
Yeah. So what parts, so the women that were in the Netflix documentary, what was it true what they were saying?
Absolutely. One of them I dated, like didn't see her 3 times. The other one were friends, you know, they manipulate them in order to go against me with an article because they told them that if they will be my friend, they're going to be accusing in assisting a wanted person and a fugitive and all of these things. The article become very big and viral. Then they find out like whatever that I'm like this and like that. So it's kind of, you know, it's benefiting them now to be, to give you the hate, to give you, to try to make you are the swindler and whatever it is. So yeah, they change their life forever for the best. And yeah.
So I think that we both understand that the media manipulate things, but obviously the viewers that are going to be watching, they're going to come back and say, well, look, you've done prison time for allegedly basically scamming these women.
No, I would never been, no, this is not true. I've been in prison for, not allegedly, for faking a check back in 2010 and using a fake identity. This is what I was in prison. I never was in prison for those girls, never been investigated by any law authorities around the world, never been charged in anything. So everything it's a stories. So no one ever asked me, any law enforcement around the world asked me any question about any female or any woman whatsoever.
So what were your thoughts when you saw the Netflix documentary? Did you know it was coming out?
Yeah, of course. In the beginning, I was a part of it in 2020. They offered me even to sell my copyrights. I decided not to go with it because they kind of, since the beginning, they tried to make it already one-sided. My lawyers advised me not to go with it. And when I saw it for the first time, it wasn't surprising. I thought they're going to be way worse because they literally has recycled an article back in 2019, which has been published, which called the same name, the Tinder Swindler. So I never thought it would be that big, never in my life, but here we are.
It was the most viewed Netflix documentary
in the history. Yeah, was nominated.
It was
for
a very
5
good documentary.
Very sexy and very manipulative to the viewer. So the viewer feeling like he's there in a real time. This is, and I think it catches more that I'm not arrested and I'm not in prison. So when someone watching it is going to the social media, I see me living my life. So it's kind of, what the hell? Like I just see this guy and how he's doing it. So in a way, the audacity of me living my life, doesn't add up with the viewer. So this is, I think, those combination of both of them make it very successful.
So what about the evidence? Because obviously they were showing the screenshots of the text messages, the voice notes, like kind of in regards to that, what?
So yeah, very nicely manipulated. I mean, text messages, so you see in a camera that you write in text messages alive. Obviously, you don't have a camera while it's texting it, so obviously it's been created. Voice memos, they cut it shortly to what they want to hear, or voice memos was not only applied for those girls. Voice memos they collected from other employees of me and other people. They invest $35 million in research about any stone or any kid that I took out a chocolate when I was a kid. They reach out to everyone to find some dirt on me, and they did it and manipulated in a very nice, sophisticated way. So they giving you 2-3 seconds from a voice note, and the girls continuing the phrase. So you thinking
you're only hearing
that
a
you
certain
hear
parts
in
of
the
it.
side. So,
Okay.
for example, she's saying, "Here I'm wiring the money. Oh, thank you for everything that you have done." I can show it to you. I don't say thank you for money. Thank you for everything that you have done. Maybe I said it to my assistant. Thank you that you helped me out to find me a hairdresser or pick up someone. Or, but it could be for so many ways. But this is the nice things how they manipulated the viewer. Because if it will be any money, real for real or something, they will show it. Why there is no demand of the girls.
But it's
for
still
their
not,
money.
even if you did do it, it's still not illegal though. Right?
No, it is illegal because if you defrauding someone who giving you money when you're telling them, listen, it's going to be A to A, B, C, and you don't giving it back, or you saying you manipulated or something has happened, this is called fraud, and you're going to prison for that.
Obviously. But I mean, in terms of if they were gifting it to you, if you're in a
No
relationship.
one giving it to you, and no one was in any relationship. I met the girl 3 times in my life, so I wasn't in any relation. Maybe in her dreams, I was in a relationship with her, but no, I wasn't in a relationship with her. Never told her I'm gonna be in a relationship with her, and it's just like a very nice. People need to understand the commentary. It's they get paid for it. They went to an acting lessons. They came. It's not like someone put a camera and live they talking. They went to a studios of the best studios in the world with a makeup artist, with everything has been thought to, with the best directors and. It's a Netflix set. It's a set. It's a movie. People don't understand the girl crying. Obviously, she crying. It's a set. You seen the lighting, the camera, the microphones, and everything. So obviously they weren't prepared, but they made it to the viewer like it's a real life. But no, it's not a real life. It's not an Instagram story.
Okay, fine. So are you saying that there was no transaction in terms of did you send
There was no transaction. On the contrary, I was the one who giving. I was the one who was nice. I was the one who respectful and everything like that. So all of this documentary came up. It was an article that had been published in 2019. I had a businessman that I had a big fight with them, tried to bring me down. In the beginning, in the early article, it was supposed to say that I will be in a sexual abuse. This is what's supposed to be. They understand it's not going to help much. So let's try to do something, because I was using a fake identity. So they understand if they cannot beat me down or cannot stop me, the only thing, if they will put my picture out there, I can change 1,000 identities, but I cannot change my face. So this is going to make me arrested. Back then, true, I was wanted. I had red notice on Interpol. So if I were using the name Sami Levi, which was my original name, I will be arrested. So all the girls that claim me I bought them flight tickets and all of this nonsense is not true, because I never used this identity. I bought them hotel tickets was not true, because I stayed on a different identity, so you cannot put it under my name. So this is like the main thing, that it's shooting their own legs. And for the fact that when I was arrested in Greece in 2019, I've been arrested under the name David Sharon. I had a fake passport under this name. I've been charged with this.
How many fake passports did you have?
I don't know, hundreds. Hundreds. Like, change it. It's giving you like, could be 20 persons in 1 week. So and giving you advantages in many ways and a lot of things. So
how did you? The viewers are probably wondering as well. How did you actually make your money in the beginning then to live this kind of life?
I started in beginning my story. I grew up in an ultra orthodox family. Left the religion in the age of 12. Left to United States, kind of to a juvenile school that accepted me. They're kind of the last resort for kids in my sorts. Let's call it like that. Age 18, I returned to the army, been kicked out from the army. And age 19, I thought, okay, I want to study, I want to become a pilot. My father used to work in aviation. I needed to fund my flying lessons. So I was working in a rich family. They didn't pay me for 3 months. They gave me a postponed check that was on me it was maybe like $6,000, something like that. So they give me a check with $600. I took out the check. I wrote $60,000. I know I cannot put it in my bank account. I bought with it a car. I bought Porsche Boxster 2005. sold the car, pay my flying lessons, and pay my debts, and live my life. Then the police called me. I admit that I did it. I fly to Cyprus. I've been arrested 2011. Then they took my passport. I could not leave the country. Needed to wait for my trial. I was a kid. I didn't know what I'm doing. A friend told me, listen, I can give you a fake passport. Leave the country. Make some money. I left to Ukraine. I had a friend who lived there. He told me he's going to hook me up, do something. I didn't find myself. Then a guy come to me and he told me if I have a driver license. I tell him yes. He told me that he's going to London to bring a car from London and all the way back. So once he's going to drive, I'm going to sleep. When I'm going to drive, he's going to sleep. So I did it, and then I understand what he's doing. So he's buying a second-hand luxury cars in the UK because they don't have market because of the right-hand driving, and he's selling it for parts in the Ukraine. I said, oh my God, it's really nice. Maybe I should do it. I was Googling for work, for jobs for abroad. I find a job in a cosmetic stands in the shopping center based on sales. If you sell, you get in. I convinced them to buy me a flight ticket that's going to be deducted from my first salary. I wasn't selling very good, but this is the first, they opened me the door. I bought the first car after a few months in £1,000, sold it for £6,000. I made £3,850. This is how I started. Every week I used to do all the way. Then I started from one car to a truck to it's with the years. And everything I did I built up all of my life on a fake identity. So it wasn't my identity to open up a companies and everything. I didn't really thought what's going to happen further. Make connection with the years and did everything that I could make money from. 2015, my story getting a twist. I opened up a company in Finland. And I landed there. It was September 11. Was Friday. I landed, and 3 people from the Texas authorities was waiting for me in the plane. Back then, I go by the name Tapiro. They asked me, sir, we'd like to ask you a couple of questions. I said, of course. They informed to my embassy that they have a citizen that is being detained, and my embassy is calling back, and they're saying this guy passed away in 2008. So we don't know who you have, but you don't have Tapiro. So then automatically they arrested me, and everything that they had suspicion has become true. Presenting yourself to a law enforcement officer using a fake passport, enter into the country. I've been sentenced for 3 years in prison. I served 587 days. In 2017, they kicked me back to my country. When I landed in my country, I've been arrested on the check. They added me also using a fake passport, escaping authorities and everything. Been 1 month in prison, bailed myself out. And then I didn't have anything because all my life I built it was on the other name. I get out from prison naked, and I asked them to leave abroad. They didn't want. I could not get access to my bank account, nothing. I didn't have a choice. Back in 2017 also I changed my name to Simon Levaev, or legally, so no one will know about my past. And then I asked the government to let me out. They didn't let me out. Again in 2017 I fled the country on a fake passport and different identity. Fix my account, fix everything, and move on. So the main money I made flipping houses, dealing with an automotive industry. So we buying cars, for example, a supercar when it's coming to the market. So taking you, let's say, 1 year, 2 years. Let's say you will buy now Ferrari per Segway. You're gonna get it by the end of 2026. So when we order in a car, we order in 10, 15 pieces. We put in 10% down payment. So we are the first one to get it. We get better specs, better prices. And when we get in it, so we don't need to pay the full car. So I sell it already with 30, 40% above the sticker price. So it's very good money, you know, so you can do it like every month, every 2 months, you order in like the super cars and some cars that you cannot even get your hands on. Let's say now the new Bugatti Tourbillon that you want to get, it's the sticker price is 4 million. If now you have it, people will pay you 7, 8 million. So
you speak very quick.
No,
I can tell you've been in a lot of podcasts.
I'm my brain thinking very quickly.
Yeah,
so
no, that's cool.
I will slow down. So yeah.
No, it's fine. So obviously, look, let's talk about the crypto side of things because I'm a crypto guy. I've been in the space for 6 years. I've been involved in 100 plus projects. I invest early into projects, work for a lot of VCs, got a massive community. So I'm kind of heavily in crypto. I've been doing it full time for a while. So obviously you're going into crypto now with Tin's token that's launching on the 14th of February.
Yes.
Tell me about it. What's the...
Well,
what can you tell us?
This ideas came to life in the past few months. I've been approached with a few great partners of mine, and they thought, listen, you know, you have your name, you have your second movie coming up, you have your book coming up. So now the meme coins, I wasn't very much into crypto and all of this. And obviously since Trump, it's exploded all of the meme coins.
I said that Trump, by doing his meme coin, will open up the floodgates.
Yes,
everyone.
to everyone. So I thought, okay, listen, I'm a very controversial figure. I am willing to do something if I'm giving back to the community. So I'm willing to do this meme coin. And also to make sure that I'm giving, either saying I make the world not safe and girls and everything. So 5% from that from the profits going to go for ladies charity organization. We choose the Global Gift Foundation, which is a very respectful and honorable charity organization which helping women empowerment and children around the world. And I said, okay, I will put my face on it. I know the whole world watching me. I know all the authorities trying to make me fail. People want it to be that I will pull it up, they will do rug pull, that I will try to fail. I'm not going to let it fail. And I believe in it 100%. And yeah, we created this. We're gonna launch a fair launch.
What's the purpose of the coin? What are you?
It's first of all, it's kind of to show people, like, kind of revive my name again. 3 years I didn't really talk, didn't really I was very quiet. I was working a lot. So this is the first project which I'm gonna launch other projects as well.
And it's gonna be on Solana as well.
It's gonna be on Solana. Yeah, it's gonna be on Solana. 95% public. Circulating supply, fair launch, like everybody else. Of course, I would invest like anybody else. And yeah, it's nice. It's why not? And as long as 5% from the charity, we have lawyers who supervise all our projects. And, we're going to go for charity. So I'm doing something good. And so people are going to talk about it, going to be hype. People are going to make money. What would you want to say
to the people that think that you're going to rug it?
I can't. I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to go to prison. So the whole eyes on me. So normal, maybe two girl or something can make themselves problem. All authorities watching me, and everybody.
Because the thing is, doing obviously a meme coin is it wouldn't be classified as a security. And even if you want to do a meme coin and completely rug it, I can launch a meme coin now, take it to a couple of $1 million market cap and literally rug it. And there's nothing obviously illegal about that. So in terms of the legality side, even if you did rug it, obviously it'd be fine. But obviously there's going to be a lot of people out there that, in terms of the meme space, is kind of very retarded in terms of you have picture cats, dogs, you've got like chickens and all this random shit. So in terms of the idea, it's actually quite a good idea because the whole meme space is just very retarded and they just invest in anything, right? So where you've got the clout in the show and stuff, it's a good idea. I can see it doing well. But what would you say to the people that kind of wouldn't want to invest because they think that you might rug it or
not going to happen?
something.
And why would I do it? I have my second movie coming up in May. I have my book coming up. I have a few big projects, my dating app coming up. It's going to go up. I know that.
You're going head to head with Tinder.
Yeah, so I know it's going to go up regardless. So why I will bring something bad? I have in a way negative reputation. Why I will make it more negative? And you understand that the media going to crucify me. People going to crucify me. A normal person can have a meme coin, no meme coin. In my case, I cannot enjoy the benefit of the doubt. Anything I would do, people will say you did it intentionally. So if I say my friend invest here, even if he lost, I need to pay the money because they're thinking that I have a hand to it. So unfortunately, this is the downside. But on the contrary, because you have such a name and you know that all authorities is watching, you know that literally you have probably the safest investment that you ever did in your life because you know it's going to be safe. And I know it's going to go high. There is no doubt about it because I have few projects coming up and I don't want it to be rug pull. I don't want to be associated with it. I do get the biggest stage. We're going to shoot as well. Part of the Netflix going to be also regarding the coin. So I don't want that people will say, look what he did or something like that. I'm trying to cleanse my name. I'm trying to give myself a better reputation. So something like that not going to happen.
Yeah. So in regards to the coin, is it going to be purely a meme coin or is there going to be some kind of utility that...
And it's purely a meme coin. It's we don't want to make it like utility, but at the end of the day, we have few projects that coming up. So it's something also that we don't want to promise some things to people. We don't want to bond ourselves because it will be problem legality in several countries. But we do have lawyers who with us in these projects and supervising everything in these projects from head to toe and everything. So there is no room here to go right and left, and I will not put my face if something was the smallest doubt that it's not going to be successful, or it's going to be any rug pull, or it's going to be any dump and pump and all of those kind of things. Not going to happen. People may do it. I could do it, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. How are you gonna? Because there's different kind of scenarios, right? When you launch a coin, a developer or a core team, they can have good intentions, but when they launch the token, if they don't have enough supply control, the community can do PvP, which is player versus player, and everyone's dumping on each other. And in crypto, everyone always wants someone to blame. So even in dev teams that people don't really know who the dev team is and they might just know one person in it, they're still going to get blamed if the coin goes wrong because it's purely PvP. So what are you going to do? Obviously, you seem like you have good intentions going into it, but what if it's full PvP, you don't have supply control, and then it dumps? People obviously going to try and point the finger at you anyway.
Look,
what are you going to do to try and control that?
I don't know all the technical aspects to it, but I can tell you that the whole team behind it, doing everything, has been locked. So nothing going to be, in a way, going to be locked that no one can have no room here to make any mistakes. It's going to be 100% fair launch, not going to be any monkey business. I cannot and I won't put my face into something, and I won't be sitting here down if I had the little doubt or something like that. So I'm not going to get blamed for anything, and I'm not going to do something like that. Thank God I have enough money. It's not like I need someone to invest or put myself into something. It's a beginning of something good. At the end of the day, the results of it also, I'm helping back to the community, which I'm giving 5%, and let people having fun. And again, I reviving the name Samuel Levive again, bring it back from the dead after 3 years. And this is just the beginning of many other projects which are going to launch in the upcoming few months.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. I've actually got a question that I forgot to ask earlier. In regards to the women that were, and it's going back onto the Netflix documentary, in regards to women that were actually on the documentary, if you were in front of them now, what do you think they'd say to you, or what would you want to say to them?
I have nothing to say to them. They are dead to me. So
What do you think they'd say about you though? In terms
I don't care what they will do. I will light up a candle, for their soul. This is what I will do. They dead to me. I don't care about them. They are behind me. It's the past, and I'm focusing on the future. And Tinder is the future.
Cool. And are they going to be in the next Netflix documentary, or is it?
Yes, they're going to be kind of a follow-up, and mainly my side of the story. So not going to be like BB in it, but kind of what had happened in the past 3 years. Where are things standing? I have a court case with the Leviah family, for example, which they took me to court of using the name, where it's standing, all of this kind of stuff. My side of the story, and it's going to be nice, it's going to be interesting.
Cool. So I think we're the same age, because you're 35.
34.
34. Okay.
Yes,
fine.
1990. Yeah.
So in regards to your future plans, obviously you've got the Netflix documentary 2.0 coming out with your side of the story in it. What are your? Can you speak about this at all? Can you tell us kind of anything that's up and coming, or?
I have, this is going to be my side, which 3 years, into detail what had happened about my personal life as well, like where I come from, how I made my money, like for real, good or bad, like no filters, everything to the deepest, my deepest secrets, let's call it like that. I have my book coming up as well. Going to be probably the same time, or maybe a few weeks before, when the promo is going to be starting to be in the air. So my book also divided for 3 chapters. So it's my life story, kind of a motivational aspect, how I went through being broke, being in the most difficult situation, being spending 3 years in my life, unfortunately, in prison, and how what helps me to overcome all of this situation, which is going to be an interactive book. So going to be a QR code, which you can scan up. You can see photos and videos in every chapter, something very nice. And of course, the biggest of the biggest is my dating app, which going to change and going to be a revolutionary for the whole dating scene that existing nowadays. Going to be a face recognition, which we took our technology from the. Are
you going to do credit checks on the people? That
no, from the banking from the banking systems, we took out the technology. A few nice features going to be the SOS button. So, for example, if now you're on a date, you're pushing on this and you're feeling insecure, you're pushing on the SOS button, your phone started to record video and audio, sending the location to us and to authorities with the identity of the two people who on the date, which we have a real passport on them with the faces and everything like this. So even if someone trying to do a mistake, he will think twice before you're going to do it. You won't be able to upload any picture that will be different 10% from the actual selfie that you took. So not going to be any catfishing and all of this kind of stuff. Now all dating app working based on preferences. If you're looking up with us, you're uploading 2 or 3 pictures of girls or guys you like. And we're going to show you the same kind of people which is matching you. Let's say you like blondes, you're going to see blonde. You're not going to stuck on Asians or something like that. And the biggest of the biggest is going to be to our premium subscribers. You will upload one photo of the guy or the girl you're dating, and we will be able to show you which other dating apps they are subscribed to or registered in. So
this sounds, obviously, look, I'm married, so I can't really kind of speak
but,
about it too much in terms of detail. But I mean,
some guy's gonna hate me.
As a business, as an actual business, it seems like a very, very good idea. But as you know yourself, is you can have the best business in the world if it's not marketed correctly, it's not going to go anywhere. What's your plans in terms of like the marketing to actually bring it to market, and when are you looking to bring it to market?
I just gonna say that the Tinder Swindler launching a dating app. The whole media outlet on the planet gonna write about it because it sounds like a joke, like a meme coin or something. But it's very serious. So. And people really look into it, and I'm gonna do it together with the Netflix. So of course, I'm gonna have all the boom of the Netflix, and I'm gonna have everything. So then everybody gonna look into it, and it's a guarantee success. So I know what I'm doing. I've been working on it for almost 2.5 years. It wasn't easy, and it's gonna be incredible.
Cool. And are you going to implement crypto at all in any of your like real world businesses?
We will. It's something that we do considering it. So we thought to do it in the beginning, but again, this is what will make the tin instead of meme coin as a utility coin and everything like that. So we thought, but it's something because tin gonna be there for the long run. We're not gonna crash it down or something. So we do something. We will see what it's gonna be in the future, or are we gonna implement it together, or we'll think about the right things and the right steps.
It's kind of good the way that you're doing it, to separate it, see if the coin works, because obviously there's no guarantee any coin works. So see if the coin works, and then obviously stabilize, and then obviously
this is the same thing. So you're reading my mind.
Yeah. Okay, that's quite a good idea. So in regards to the actual Netflix series, I know we touched on it a bit. First of all, when is it coming out? A couple of months?
I don't know the exact date, but it's going to be due in May.
Okay, fine. And can you speak at all about the court case that you had with, obviously, once they published the first documentary, what happened in terms of you issuing proceedings against them for basically what they said about you in the documentary?
Okay, so first of all, when the movie came out, the first few months was a completely total shock for me. I didn't know, I never experienced, and people need to understand, when someone become famous, normally he be known for something, or if a singer is famous in his own country and then he explode. Here, overnight, without a nowhere kind of unknown person, I become, my name was between the top 10 most Google name on the planet in 2022, over 1 billion searches. So you become, all the world know who you are, and nothing can prepare you for that, for the amount of love and the amount of hate which you're receiving, which you don't know what is happening. You're suddenly dealing with cyber wars, which I never did before.
The internet warriors. On
I had like an Instagram account. I don't know what is hackers bringing down an account. Those things I wasn't even familiar with. Suddenly your account bringing down, fake accounts opening up, like hundreds of them. They taking out to the media statements in my name, like crazy stuff that you don't know how to experience. So it took me a lot of time to get myself together. Then I said, okay, I'm going to go after Netflix to sue them. But it's been all around the world. So where are I going to sue them? Like in which country? So they've been broadcast everywhere in the world. So which country? So let's say you want to go to the United States. Okay, in which states in the United States? Now you need to find a law firm to go after them. But Netflix doing a very fraudulent activity that they hire in all the biggest law firms in America to work for them, so they cannot go against them. It was endless time to find a good lawyer and a good law firm to go after them. I'm not talking about the amount they want and everything. We send them letters. We got the response back. We sit down. We kind of come to an agreement, which I cannot reveal at the moment. And this is how the second movie has, reborn.
Yeah.
And of course, they want to milk the crowd as well. People like it as well. I can say also there is going to be a cinematic movie or a limited series. This is I can confirm already right now, and you are the first one to have it as well. So it's going to be with actors, something kind of a mix between The Wolf of Wall Street and Catch Me If You Can.
Okay.
So
sick.
this is...
Was the Netflix situation a case of if you can't beat them, join them? Or was it just made sense in terms of the negotiation?
Make sense, and I wanted kind of my word to be out there as well. So it was not just money or looking to go back on everybody, just like, I thought it was the right decision to do it at this
Well,
stage.
the thing is, you look at these people like Andrew Tate, Grant Cardone, Gary Vee, and all of these people, it's like once you get a following and once you're known, even if you're known for bad stuff, good, as long as you haven't been a serial killer and killed like 10 people, right? Is you can then do any business. You can sell courses, you can sell cars, you can sell property, you can do tokens. It's like once you've got an audience, that's the business because everything's an attention market.
Absolutely.
So,
I totally agree with it. And I think all the names that you mention here, they're all great men, very powerful. You need to understand, people don't talk about people that didn't do nothing about their life. People trying to bring you down. There is tons of organizations behind me. They're trying to bring me down and silence me and shut me down because they're afraid now. They see I'm rising up. So people saying they want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to see what they've been told. Now when you're shaking up everything down, now the Roman organization starting to cry and blaming all of these things. And we living in an era, unfortunately, that just because a woman says something, automatically she been believed. Yes, I do agree in sexual abuse things. Of course, it's to tend to go with the victim side. But here is none of all of this nonsense. And they tickling the sentiment of the gender, and this is really upsetting and is really annoying that those girls trying to play victims, which these girls made millions from that. Those girls that get GoFundMe page after the movie broadcasted, and they got £800,000, and they say the all debts was 400,000, and this money went to them, but they still claiming like the actual story was 7 years ago, but they still claiming they still on that I don't know from who they took the money from Pablo Escobar that they have such a big interest. I'm saying, for example, it doesn't make sense, but it's serving them, but people still believe in this nonsense and all of this kind of stuff. And it's hard. And when you're a powerful man and when you have voice, people trying to silence you, because sometimes it could be as high as governments because they know that you have influence on a young generation. And don't get me wrong for a second, a guy that steals money from a girl is not a man in my eyes, but I'm not this guy. This guy look like me, sound like me, have my name, but he's not me. This is what I'm saying to people. It's look like me, but the image, the monster that they seeing up, it's not. People tell me, we admire you, you changed the game. No, admire me for all the shit that I've been overcome.
Let me ask a question. So at what point do you stop? Look, I don't know whether you're innocent or not. Well, obviously you haven't been to prison, but I don't know. I'm kind of taking your face value, and that's how I do things. And at the same time, I watched the documentary, and anyone that's watching that would have thought that you had done something, right? So for me, I'm just completely neutral, and I've taken your face value. So at what point are you going to stop defending yourself to all of these people that are saying you're a scammer or you've screwed? Obviously you've done dodgy stuff. A lot of people have done dodgy stuff. It's a dog eat dog world, right? But at what point are you going to stop defending yourself and basically say, fuck you, I'm doing my own thing. If you want to think that, think that.
This
or
is
are
what,
you already
no,
at that stage?
I'm already at this stage. I won't lie. It's hard when you've seen all of these comments, when you've seen ladies organization. I'm a person, I like justice. I like justice. For me, justice is something that the most important. But when you're trying to portray it, and it's hard, man. It's hard, and honestly, in my DNA, I'm a gentleman, and it's hard when you've seen all of this women organization, that all of these crazy women doesn't have nothing to do in their life, morning and night, all day, trying to bring down interviews of Simon, trying to go after them, trying to bring, because why? Were you afraid that I'm telling the truth?
Why don't you just flip it around and say, fuck it, I done it. Do something.
But I'm not going to admit,
because
man.
Then no, I'm not saying admit. Just agree with them, like Andrew Tate does. If they call him racist, he says he's a racist.
No, but I'm not. Listen, I did mistakes in my life. I didn't swindle any girl, and I'm not going to say I've been swindling girls on something that I haven't do. Yes, I did. I did fake checks. I did
say that you obviously didn't do it. Like that's fine, but I'm just saying, just agree with them, because then what else can they say after that? You're being you can be sarcastic with them, and then there's no noise from
I mean, I don't think
that's just
even
me kind of being controversial of how I deal with things.
Yeah, but you can give them the stage, and then they will try to bring you down. Here is admitting on some, look, if I did something, I can be a man. If this story was true, trust me, it will give me the biggest stage in the world. I could go give back money. Here it is. Thank you very much, girls. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. You can make a podcast. You can make something. You can make third, fourth, fifth movies. I could do it.
Yeah.
But those girls don't want it to happen. No one want it to happen because it's going to kill the story. It's still interesting. It's making the biggest documentary in the
I can't
world.
wait till it comes out anyway.
So this is what I mean.
Yeah.
So everybody's waiting and benefiting from it. And also I'm benefiting from the bad guy image. I am benefiting. I turned something very negative that no one else did. Other people in this kind of negativity will shoot themselves probably and won't be here sitting down today. And I turn it into a business, to an empire. It's a very big business, man. It's a franchise right now. So I gonna bring it up. So call me the Tinder Swindler. I'm not getting insulted. At the end of the day, I'm laughing on the way to the bank. So
it was one of the most searched things on the internet, and it's about to be again, obviously. From
so this is the point. So I'm not gonna admit, and I'm sorry about my language. Fuck all of this organization that they don't stand for anything. They don't stand for justice. They standing for bullshit that are miserable girls that didn't get any attention from any other guys. So they're trying to get up some attention and trying to be bullying to other fucking people. And I'm sorry about my language, but this is how it is, and this is annoying me.
They go with the narrative, and they hear what they want to hear, right?
Yes, they don't want to give. The truth has both sides. If you have both sides, let the court decide. You are not court. You are no law enforcement authorities. Why the girls? What they saying is not going to be arrested? Yeah, we hope soon. What does it mean? We hope soon. If someone swindle me and I sue someone, I can tell you where it's standing exactly. If I make a police complaint, I can tell you where it stands exactly. Not we hope soon. What you hope soon? Can't
you issue proceedings for slander against them though? Or have they done it in a?
I did it already in 2019. Sometimes I have so many people slander me. If it is, I will work forever in court.
Well, the thing is, if they don't have any money, you can't get anything. You just
yes, exactly, and it's just like waste of time. And when I'm gonna do it, where in their own countries? So go like this and spend on them like millions just to see something. And of course the media gonna hide it, and the media not gonna show it. The media gonna it because it's not sexy. And unfortunately, girls doing today, the guys, I have business partners that they've been lost in everything just because they met with the wrong girl, and she targeted from the beginning and something like that. So, but this is okay. This is fine. Woman empowerment. This is right. When women do that to our guys. So this is fine. No, I don't agree with it. I don't agree that someone doing it in general, but stop with all of this hypocrisy. And this is what I like. You want to be fair, be fair. Don't say like this, how we want women rights. We want women rights.
Yeah, but we know how the media does things. It typically twists a lot. And even I was watching one of the other podcasts that you're saying about, and this is going back to obviously when you did do dodgy stuff with the passports or whatever. Obviously you said something, I can't remember word for word, but you said something like, the banks, the insurance companies, the governments, people at the highest level, they're all scamming, but they're just doing it on a different level.
Yes.
And in this world, you're either a lion or a gazelle. You either get eaten or you eat. That's how it goes.
Donald Trump has scammed the bank 6 times. Donald Trump.
He farmed this crypto token and like doubled his net worth in like 72 hours.
yes. So he scammed the banks. He declared bankruptcy. He was owing money. For each dollar he paid cent to the bank. This is how it is. So what is called is not a scam. He know it. When he took something without them knowing, but he know that they will lend him the money because he wanted like that. And this is how it works, and this is how everything works in life. But when you understand it, then people asking me how business people doing with your business. They're not afraid with your name or something. Business people living in the real world, and they know
there's
how much
only
things
1% of people that think like this. The other 99% are stuck in a system, and they go with the narrative. They believe what they see on the newspapers. They believe what they hear, and they don't understand how businesses work. Like I had a recruitment company, and I basically tripled the size of it just before Brexit, and we specialize in property. All of our clients stopped hiring, and I basically liquidated the company. And then the whole narrative, like around my social media, is JR's gone broke, this and that, and it's not. It made sense, and I still made money from liquidating it, right? But I had to do that, and you have to do certain things and jump through certain hoops in business to get to where you want to get to. People don't understand this though. They think when you go bankrupt or you liquidate something, they think you've run out of money, and then all of a sudden you're a laughingstock.
Sometimes
you can't change their mind about these things.
Sometimes it's your joker card for the biggest things. People need to understand in this world everything is a game. It's just a game, and you need to know how to walk in between there. Governments don't look for justice. Authorities don't look for justice. At the end of the day, they want to close out cases. This is what they want. When you too high up, and I'm experiencing it myself, they're trying to silence you down. So they're trying to canceling you, making your life very hard, trying to lock you up. So they cannot put you in prison, but they making you to fail so hard that you don't have choice. Then you fall down. Then they're bringing you inside. So then they kind of shutting you down. And this is the problem. When you get in too powerful, they want you to be like anybody else, go under the radar and be quiet. And sometime, like now, I've been 2 years under the radar. Yesterday, I did an interview to I-24 News, and they told me, we heard that you was living in some dormitory and you didn't even have what to eat. I said, I don't know where the hell you're bringing this kind of stuff. This is that I'm not posting on my social media. I don't know what people thinking and having all of those ideas and all of those nonsense that they're trying to make you feel bad. I was quiet. I was working. Everything that you've seen today did not been created yesterday. Took us years to build. Took us years of hard work.
They don't see that though. These people in their 9 to 5s, they show up every single day, and as soon as someone disappears for a bit, they think that like something bad's happened. So they don't understand that mindset, and as much as you can try and explain this to people, they will never get it.
You know, and then people like everything. It's so hard when they see, you have like that, or you took out, you have a Rolls Royce and you rented it or something like that. Go up, rent a Rolls Royce like that will take you $50,000 a month. So you need also this money, and I have 3 cars standing up in the garage. So people don't understand it. Yeah, you can take it for a day, doesn't mean anything, but sometimes it's a matter of convenience.
It's more
for you.
expensive to rent it or lease it than it is to buy it anyway.
Yes.
So
people
I think
don't
the biggest
understand.
joke is when people say you rented something.
Whatever.
It's more expensive.
Yeah.
It's cheaper to buy it.
I'm saying it's just like the joke of the people. So I mean, but people don't understand how social media, and they're thinking that everything what they see, this is the way their life is. I don't like to show my private life and show me up, show me what you do, show me. I don't. Then no one know where to attack you. Then you're quiet. This is that you're quiet doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. Doesn't mean that you're doing something illegal. So if now 2 years you didn't heard my name, you didn't see me in any article, doesn't mean I was broke, doesn't mean I was dying. I promise you I'm living in the topest tower, in the biggest penthouse. I'm enjoying my life with the finest cigar. I just don't take in pictures of it. No one needs to know what I'm doing in my private life. So I'm no need to post food every night. Doesn't mean that I'm not eating. I promise you that. You know what I mean? Some people thinking
it's like, social media though. If you don't post it on Instagram, it hasn't happened. Like
this is sad. It is sad. It's sad, but it's life. But you cannot convince people. You know, if it's round, I cannot convince them that it's square. If someone want to think this way, let them think this way. And well, I wish them good luck. But at the end of the day, they are behind me and they're writing to me. They know my name and I don't know theirs, and they're not gonna go far in life.
And the haters eventually turn into fans anyway.
Yes, so at the end of the day, they are the one who watching. They are the one who watching you more than anything. They know each and every step. What do you do? Where have you been? Everything they know better than you, and it's okay. Yeah, it's not easy. And listen, I'm getting enormous amount of hate in the media and in social media, enormous. And I don't block in the comments. I don't delete in the comments. I leave it out there.
What actually happens with because I saw that some of the podcasts got taken down, the ones with
the main media. Yeah,
the main media. What, did they speak to you about it, or did they just take it down?
No, some of them, they told me they're going to post it like later. They don't want to make the fire. They went to them, some women organization or something like that. And I said, you give in hand to it because you're saying you want justice. You are journalism. Journalism should be something fair. Should not choosing sides. Should be journalism. This is a story. Those girls made me famous. I didn't make myself famous. They are the one who putting me out there. The whole world talked about me. So you're not going to talk about me.
Would you send them any supply from
someone else? No, I didn't.
Would you bring them in on the token?
And now the girls are afraid because they seen I'm liquidizing on it. So they become irrelevant. And actually it was the words of Andrew Tate. He did a podcast and he said they made him famous. They gonna go to, no one gonna remember the name. He's the main character. They are side characters. In 2-3 years, you're gonna be famous forever. We're gonna make money on it. And at the end of the day, this is what is happening right now. And they becoming irrelevant, and they trying to climb on everything. And listen, you want journalism? Be fair. Every story has
They're never
going
to be fair, though, are they?
Yeah,
let's be realistic. They
always
want the bad guy.
And in this story, the women are not the victims. The women are the predators, and the women are the liars, and the guy is the victim. But because you're a guy, they're going to do it. They defaming my name. They almost cost me twice in my life. And they're still trying. But I can promise you one thing. They are not going to let no one to bring me down. And they call me a cat. They call me nicknames that I'm uninvincible. And I'm not going to let no one to bring me down. Any woman organization, everybody, they say, me too, us too. And I'm gonna show them. No one gonna beat me. No one gonna bring me down.
So with the subject of your enemies are after you, was this ever true? Did you have any enemies that were after you?
Yes. First of all, I do have enemies. I never say this phrase. Although it's the most phrase, it's showing in the text. I never say my enemies are after me. Yeah. I did a lot because I used to do cameos, and a lot of people was booking for me cameos, and they tell me, say my enemies are after me. So it's become like, I think, the most known things. Listen, of course I have enemies. Of course I have business deals that went wrong, like any other businessman, that if you're dealing with people, something's not going the right ways. An enemy is a friend that knows too much, and it's obviously you cannot do something right and make everybody happy unless you're a beautiful chick or a dog, but I'm none of them. So and yes, I do have enemies, and yeah, they're behind me and they're after me, and they will continue to be after me because it's like gravity, it's a force of nature. As much as you're going to go up, you will have people who will try to bring you down. You will have someone who go into power, 50% going to like him, 50% going to hate him. It's life. You cannot be loved by everybody. You cannot be liked by everybody. And honestly, I don't care, and I don't want to be loved by everybody. I'm not a clown.
Yeah. I came on this podcast, and it was actually funny because I'm very controversial in the crypto space. Obviously, crypto space is very toxic, and I've got friends, got enemies, and whatever. And there's a couple of people that I used to call the crypto swindlers. And then one of my friends basically said he was on contact with the Tinder Swindlers. He's like, you've manifested this. So that's kind of how the podcast came about. But is there anything that you want to tell people? Obviously, this is going to be live just before your token launches. Is there anything that you want to tell the audience in regards to that you want them to know, or that... anything about the token, why they should invest, or obviously it's not financial advice, but I mean,
it's not a financial advice. It's fun. It's going to be good. At the end of the day, the goal is good because we're giving 5% from the profit for charity. It's a meme token. Not going to be any rug pull as long that I am in this phase. Not going to happen. Otherwise, I won't be sitting in here. Not going to be any dodgy nonsense. It's going to fair launch, and wish good luck. And for all the young people watching there, don't quick judging person just with one, just for
you're
what
never
you
going to
see.
change them. They're always going to be there.
I'm just saying all the time. Remember, like I can show you on the camera, I can do like this right now, and it look like I'm doing the middle finger, but at the end of the day, I'm doing like this. So
100%.
from one side, you see, oh my God, he's making like this, but at the end of the day, this is what I do. So this is life, and not what it seems from one side. This is actually what is the truth. And don't quick judging people that you don't know just because of the media. I need you to understand media is business at the end of the day. They want to clickbait, and people going is bringing them commercial. Netflix is not a court. It's an entertainment platform which having entertainment. They don't put in boring stuff. Otherwise, it's not going to sell. And this is how it is. And everything is okay. And never, ever, ever
I actually
stop
ask you
giving up
another
on
question
yourself.
about the Netflix thing. If you would have sued them in the beginning, and it was successful, obviously it would have cost a lot, but if it was successful, would you have made more from suing them, or would you be making more from actually doing the second documentary? Because you can't say the figure, so...
the amount, it will be like 9 figures. This is the amount that we will go for.
What, to sue them?
Yeah, so it will be like that. But clean to your pocket will be less than everything. Because, if you have lawyers inside, they're taking percentage, you have taxes, you have this, you have that, you have that. And also you need to prove... In America, for example, is the main things to sue them. It will need to show proof of damages. So you need to show that you have an actually lost contracts and money to this value, because we decided it's jury, and jury could be a postman, could be a fireman, and you need to convince them, and they will say, okay, we're thinking $10 million for them is a lot of money. It's enough for you compensation. Those are the one who deciding. For the judge, maybe it seems all right, but they are the one who going to decide. So we took everything into consideration. My bodyguard tried to sue Netflix in Poland for $5 million, and he got 2.5. And now we have his own gym and his own things, and I'm happy for him. He's probably one of the most famous bodyguards in the world, a great man, and I'm happy for him that now become a businessman, from a bodyguard. So everybody has everybody benefiting from it at the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay, amazing. I think I've covered everything from my side. Is there anything that you want to tell the audience?
Everything is fine. Everything is all right. And
cool, perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much. Thank you.